I think I figured out why capitalism is bad. And to some of you, you're laughing and saying, ah, ha, ha, of course, welcome, young one. And then some of you are like, oh, this is a joke. Capitalism is the only thing. Like, capitalism has to be. It's America, right? You're a fool. Like, oh, another liberal sissy boy, right? But I'm going to ask that both sides of you listen and understand how I came to my discovery. Um, because I think it matters as it relates to both sides of that coin. Um, so I used to teach. A lot of you know that. I taught high school and English and 10th and 11th grade, and I hated it. There were very few things besides the students themselves, most of the time, that I like actually enjoyed or the reason I did it. Okay. Um, and the students that weren't so great mixed with everything. The job wasn't good, guys. You don't need details, okay? The job did as much as it could. I was not good for the job. That's what we can say. If I was able to turn off my emotions, turn off my cares, turn off my over analytical brain, boom, 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 teaching would have been fine. I could have clocked in at 9, I could have clocked out. All right. I did not get a second off of teaching because as soon as I got home, right, everything about the day, what I did wrong, what I could have done better, what kid I said this to, what kid said that to me, should I have reported that kid for saying that, right? Like, it never turned off for 6 years. Even in the summer, there were moments in the summer we got bad, but it didn't turn off for me. And there's some teachers who can turn it off, and there's others who do not have that ability. Now, I was able to quit. I was able to quit because I had gotten into sports betting early. I had gotten around the right people who showed me how to actually make money with no risk involved through arbitrage betting, through signing up for promo. Like, I was able to support my family without teaching. We'll say that, okay? And I was able to teach for a few more years while doing all of this, right? So being miserable and also probably not getting any time off because when I get home, I was sports betting and also thinking about the day, right? But it got to a point where there was some overlap, but then eventually the teaching fell off. Okay, so there was time with. Let me draw this out for you. Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna. Okay, so. Oh gosh, I gotta label these. I'm sorry. Teaching, sports betting. Okay, so there was a time when I was teaching here. Okay, without sports betting, and then there's a time where I had both. And then I lived through both and I was exhausted. And then there's been a time after where now I quit teaching, okay? And I'm only doing sports betting for an income. Now, I've been the beneficiary of capitalism, okay? If we want to drop back to the subject at hand, to do this job and to get ad revenue and to make some money, okay? Not nearly enough to support my family, but make some money, show some growth, all right? Which I will recognize is a great thing of capitalism, okay? Which is, overall, I want to say capitalism predatory, okay? And I'm not on capitalism side. Don't think that because of this I'm on capitalism side. I'm on capitalism side, and I hated teaching so much that the idea that I would ever not be able to support my family from sports betting, which is becoming more and more likely as the days goes on, given the nature of the sports betting world and how books are locking up with promos and limiting customers, etc. Now, the pressure to do this full time increases. And I'm sorry this was here the whole time. It shouldn't have been. The pressure to do this full time increases. And with that pressure to make money and support my family, I don't create like authentically sometimes, right? I do what I think I have to do that'll get the most views, make the most money. You know, I rush videos, I rush things because I want to get them out, and I don't put a lot of time in them because if I put them out, I just got to put a bunch of videos out because that way then one will take off and I'll grow my brand, which I don't think is a bad thing. but my attention to detail, I could make videos better than I do. Okay. Um, there's just a lot of pressure. If I don't make $1 from sports betting next year, I feel a lot more pressure about this channel. But at the same time, and here it is, here's the capitalism. I could spend more time on it, right? If money wasn't a thing, if my income was taken care of, right? If I won $1 million tomorrow, and I was set for, I argue I could live off $1 million for my life. My friends don't say it's possible. It's probably not possible. I think a million could easily, at this lifestyle I'm living, it could last me into my 50s. Okay, so a long time. All right. I think I would feel the pressure of the everyday sports betting to replace the salary gone, and I would feel like I could just create. Like, no pressure. Just make a video because you enjoy it. Make a video because it felt good to make. Make a video because you felt like you had something to show somebody. Right? I'd be able to do that. And that's what I should be doing, right? But the pressure of capitalism, and maybe capitalism isn't bad. Maybe it's those who are afraid to be themselves that are harmed by capitalism the most, or that are themselves, right? There's tons of people who can't get paid for what they love to do. Fish a day for a man, he never works for a lifetime, or something. Okay, that was 2 in 1 right there. So it's just that I think capitalism has gotten people into a rat race because they have to survive. They have to provide for their family, that they don't ever stop and enjoy and create and do what they want and experience their passion and be fulfilled. Maybe teaching is just that bad, and I hated it, and I just was so not meant for it, and there would be other jobs. Maybe I need to find like a middle ground. Like, teaching, absolutely the worst profession for me. Maybe I need to find like a job that I could actually, do and enjoy. Maybe those exist. I don't know, but I just don't want to throw this channel away, or any channels away that I have. And so there is that pressure. So how would I solve capitalism? I don't know. I have no idea.